Okay, so this is something a little bit different from what I normally show on this channel. This is a Seiko Melodies in Motion wall clock with a quartz movement inside. This particular example is the collector's edition from 2006, and it has Swarovski crystals in that carousel, which is not moving right now because I don't have batteries in it. I got this clock about 5 years ago, or 4 years, I can't really remember, and it's the only clock that I bought from eBay. It came all the way here from the USA, and I was so happy when I got it because I pretty much love those Seiko Melodies in Motion clocks. And not only Seiko, there are some other manufacturers that also make this sort of clocks, like Rhythm, Small World, or Citizen. The clock plays 8 melodies. You can't really see them because the hour hand is in the way. And I think some of these melodies are from the Beatles. It plays Love Me Tender, Imagine, My Heart Will Go On, The Long and Winding Road, Can't Help Falling in Love, Something, A Lover's Concerto, and Yesterday. One last thing before I'll set it off. This clock has a simple quartz movement from the early 2000s, and something weird is going on with it. Like, at the beginning of 2022 it was perfectly synchronized with my phone, but I think on January 2nd, 2023 it was 10 minutes slow. And you can't really regulate quartz clocks, so I don't know what to do about that. Okay, I put some batteries in it. You can see that the carousel is now spinning. And I will only play 3 of these melodies. That is Love Me Tender, Imagine, and My Heart Will Go On. It also says hi-fi sound. Now we'll go with Imagine. And now the last one, My Heart Will Go On. I think this melody was also used in the movie Titanic. Yeah, that movement that spins those thingies and that wheel at the top is quite loud. And this is by far my favorite melody. If you want to hear all of the melodies that this clock plays, I will make an unlisted video and put it in the description below and at the end of this video. Here's the back of the clock. Here it says that the movement was made in China and the case was made in Thailand. And that is the reference number. There is the speaker. And here are the volume setting and the on and off switch. You can set the volume using that thing in there. And because this clock is a bit older, it does not have a huge variety of melodies, so it only plays those 8 melodies shown on the dial. It doesn't have like Christmas melodies or something like that. And here is the ordinary looking quartz movement. And don't worry, those batteries aren't mixed. They are all brand new. And this is a bit dusty. And now I might as well do a quick catch-up video. This calendar clock is now lying on its front because it's disassembled to bits. And I tried fixing it, but the problem was actually not with the balance wheel, but with the escape wheel. And I discovered that too late because I have already bought another balance wheel, and while I was trying to get it in the movement, the exact same piece that broke on the original one broke on that one. So it was just a waste of money, and then I discovered that the problem was with the escape wheel teeth. So I might as well just go ahead and replace the whole movement, as this thing caused me so much pain and suffering. And I might know someone else that did that too. Down there is the clock that I bought for spare parts. It's a Russian mental clock with an automat movement. And I might try to restore it, but I'm not entirely sure if I will find a movement that fits it. On a slightly more positive note, this clock is finally going again. I finally got its mainspring fixed, and a few days ago I cleaned the parts as they were a bit dusty. I reassembled the movement, I oiled it, and now it is almost complete. I only need to fit the bezel on. Also, while I was reassembling the movement, I discovered something quite interesting, I should say. Possibly interesting, I don't really know. So, as you might see in there, in the mainspring pivot hole, there is just a slight slot above the mainspring arbor in there. You might be able to see it. Just above the mainspring arbor, there's a tiny slot. And that's the original location of the pivot hole. And I initially thought, this movement likes to wear out fast. But then I discovered that the mainspring was arranged in such a way that this top part, right here, pushes the arbor downwards, and it simply cuts through the plate. So at some point in the future it might fail, and I don't know what to do about that. Maybe it's a design flaw or something, I don't really know. But yeah, also because of this stupid design, it was extremely hard to get the mainspring and the main wheel inside the movement. Some minor rearranging has been done. And yes, my second Yantar wall clock is gone, but not very far away. It is now located above the mirror on that wardrobe. And don't worry, my Gerard Westminster chiming mental clock is now where this one used to be. I also got this Czechoslovakian alarm clock working. I might do a video about it because it has quite an unusual movement. It has some features that I have never seen in an alarm clock movement. I have seen those features in long case clocks or box clocks. And as you might already know, I am finally able to make a pendulum for this clock, the FMS Maute. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. See you next time.